everyone, and welcome back to MoJo's Kitchen. Tonight we have a special recipe to share with you. It is going to be a Mexican chicken salad. It's not your typical chicken salad, which adds a bunch of mayo and other ingredients that we don't have any business eating, but we're going to use all fresh ingredients. I'm going to explain to you what we're using in it and the procedure, and then we'll walk you through it. So, what we have here is chicken legs that I have cooked in the crock pot, so you can sneak a peek in there. Now these have been cooking for several hours and they're done. The meat will just basically fall off the bone. And I'll want to save the rest of the liquid, the stock, the broth that's in there to use when we're cooking the vegetables. You can also cook it in a stove or whatever you want to, but cook the chicken. Our vegetables here, we have zucchini. You can use squash as well. We have one green and yellow zucchini, a couple of tomatoes, a bell pepper, an onion, some cilantro, and an avocado. We also are going to be using lettuce leaves, romaine leaves. That's what we're going to be wrapping all of our chicken salad into when we eat it. We also have several seasonings, and I'll explain those a little bit when we're cooking them. So I'm going to dice everything up, add it to the stove here, and get it cooking, and then I'll shred the chicken and we'll add it all together. So that's the way it's going to go. First, I'm going to preheat my stove to about a medium heat. And I'm going to add about a tablespoon of pastured butter here. And we'll just let that warm up in the pan. And we'll come back to that in just a second. So let's get all this diced up and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so everything is chopped up now. What we have here is all of our onion, pepper, and zucchini chopped up, which we're going to cook, and the rest of the ingredients we're going to keep raw. Now you can always choose what you want to cook and what you want to keep raw, and that's what we're doing: tomatoes, cilantro, and avocado. So we're going to toss all this into our pan and get it cranking. And we're going to saute this for a couple of minutes before we add our seasoning. So while this is sauteing, I'm going to start our chicken shredding. So we have our bowl again, back over here, and our chicken, which is I cooked for about 3 to 4 hours here, just on low. It is all well done here, and I use chicken legs, and the meat should just fall right off the bone here, just like that. So it'll shred really easily. You just want to make sure you don't get any of the bone, so you want to leave that out. In fact, I need another container for that. So when you're shredding it, you'll find 2 bones. You'll have the large leg bone and then this little guy, so make sure you get both of them. Okay, so we've got all of this chicken shredded up, and again, this was about 8 chicken legs worth. And you can use chicken breast, chicken thighs, the whole chicken, whatever you want to, but we're just using chicken legs, which is the cheapest cut, so it's nice and affordable. We're going to set that aside for a second, and we do want the broth, as I mentioned before, so we're going to make sure we save that. Just going to pour it into another dish here. Take that with us over here. Now we've got our vegetables going here. They're starting to get a little soft, and we're going to add our seasoning, which this is one of my favorite tools in the kitchen, is the garlic crusher. You can do this by hand, but the crusher is so convenient, so we're going to stick it inside and crush our garlic in. We're putting 2 large cloves in. Set that aside. Okay, and then the rest of our seasoning is sea salt. Everything is going to be about 2 teaspoons worth. Make sure you use sea salt, none of that table salt stuff. Cumin. I don't typically measure mine, but usually get about 1 thin layer over the top, and that works for me. Oregano. About 2 teaspoons worth. Chili powder. And this is the only one that you will not use 2 teaspoons with, cayenne pepper. So go easy on this one, unless you like things really spicy. I'm going to put about 1/4 teaspoon. And we're going to add, I'll put some black pepper in there too, just to taste. And I'm going to add some of the chicken broth here. We're not trying to make soup, so just put enough in there and let it kind of boil off here. I'm going to turn the temperature up a little bit. You just want the seasonings to blend into the vegetables, and for most of this broth to kind of boil off. You don't want it dry, but you don't want it soaked either. So we'll let this go for about another 3 to 5 minutes here. Alright, and most of the liquid has kind of boiled off here, and our vegetables are nice and soft, so we're going to cut this off and bring this over and add it to our chicken. Okay, so we'll just mix this up. Aha, I found one more bone. That's why it's important to make sure we're checking that. Okay, then we're going to add a little bit of lime juice and our cilantro and tomatoes. Continue to mix this up. Now this is obviously a warm chicken salad. It can be served warm, like we're going to have it for dinner tonight, but then it also can be reserved the next day chilled for lunch. So that's what our plan is, and it's nice because it's versatile and it can be served either way. So for our meal, we're going to grab a lettuce leaf here, and we'll just take some of this chicken salad, put it inside, maybe some of our avocado here, top it off with, and there you go. This is our dinner for tonight. You just kind of eat it like a taco. You can go this direction or this direction, but let me go ahead and sample it, see if it's any good. Fantastic. Not too spicy. It's got a lot of flavor in it. No ingredients that we don't want. So it's very healthy. A lot of benefits to this, and it'll go a long way. So try it out. Try it at home. Let us know what you think, and we'll see you again next time.